How do I document certain calendar events? Hi, this is Eliot from Workload. In this video, we'll be building a workflow starting with a new event matching a search in Google Calendar. Then we'll be interpreting and formatting the response using the AI Wizard by Workload before finally creating a new spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. All right, let's build a workflow. So we're going to start here at the Workload editor. We'll give our workflow a title. This is going to be calendar to AI Wizard to Sheets. And we're going to select our trigger by clicking in the trigger box. Our triggering app is going to be Google Calendar. And our triggering event is going to be a new event matching a search. We're going to make sure we're connected to Google. If you have any issues connecting to the apps we use in this workflow, check out the blog in the description of this video. The calendar ID that I want this workflow to monitor is my test calendar. And the search query is going to be the word interview. So any Google Calendar events that contain the word interview on my test calendar will initiate this workflow. So I'm going to test the trigger. And we have an event matching that search term. And we're going to use this to build our workflow. But there's a few steps we're going to have to do in between before we can add this to Google Sheets. So the information that we need in order to match our spreadsheet is the position the person is interviewing for, the email address, and the date. And all of those things have to be formatted to fit this spreadsheet. So we'll start doing that one step at a time. So we're going to go to our tools. We're going to use the AI Wizard by Workload. First, we're going to pull out the position that they're applying for. So the input data is going to come from the description. So the description is interview for position of head gardener. We're going to paste in a prompt. Find the name of the position being interviewed for. We'll test this action. So now we have that position, head gardener, pulled out of the response. So our next step is going to be to find the email address of the person being interviewed. So we're going to use the AI Wizard again. We're going to prompt your data. The input data is going to come from that first step. It's going to be in the attendees array. So we're going to click on that array, and we're going to just copy and paste this prompt from below. Turn this array into an object. Click continue. We'll test this action. And now we can use that email address from outside of the array to put into our spreadsheet. We got one more AI step. Again, our tools, AI Wizard, prompt your data. This time the input data is going to be the start date and time. If we look at our spreadsheet, there's a specific format that those dates are written in. So we're going to mimic that format. Put this date into month, day, year, hour, minute, seconds. Test this action. And now that date is written in the format that matches our spreadsheet. So now all of our information is ready to be put into the spreadsheet. We're going to add one last step. This is going to be in Sheets. Our event is going to be to create a spreadsheet row. Make sure we're connected to Google Sheets. The spreadsheet that we're updating is our interview schedule. Sheet 1. And we're going to map the data one column at a time. So our first column is position. That was going to come from our step 2. head gardener, add to. Our next column is interviewee. That's from our step 3. Find their email address, add to. And our last column is interview date. And that's going to come from our step 4. And that's the formatted date. We're going to click continue. And we'll test this action. Looks like we have a success, so we'll click continue here. We'll peek over at our spreadsheet, and you can see that this position of head gardener with our email address of our attendee and the date was added to our spreadsheet. So everything looks like it's set up correctly. We can come back over to the workload editor. We can check and make sure there's a green dot in all of our nodes. Then we can activate our workflow, and now every time there's a new event with the word interview in it, the AI wizard will format all of that data so it can be added to our spreadsheet. That's how you can use the AI wizard to automatically interpret new events matching a search in Google Calendar and add them to a spreadsheet in Google Sheets. Please join the Workload community by commenting on this post with any questions you might have or suggestions for future videos. You should also like this video and click here to subscribe to our channel, or click here to get more content from Workload about how to make your business practices flow more smoothly. And I'll see you next time.